not Michael Black. He ran toward the gunfire, and in a remarkable moment, he saved lives. The Rhode Island father stepped up to stop the shooter from killing more innocent people, and that hero joins us now. Michael Black, it is an honor to have you here tonight. You were injured in this heroic situation where you stopped this person from taking more innocent lives. Can you show us your hand and your stitches, and then tell us about the moment that you decided to step in here and save people?
Absolutely. Thank you, Katie. So you explained it right. You set it up. We were at the event, family event. Felt I heard two balloons, kind of peeked around. Heard a third pop, but there was no balloon in front of me. When I looked forward and around, I saw a gun being pointed at the family that was sitting in the second row. And the first thing that I said, my wife was sitting next to me with some friends. I said, "Run, run." And she started running, and if you see the video, I kind of waited about 1 second because I was kind of waiting for a spot. And then as soon as it kind of got clear, the shooter was leaning over, and I kind of jumped on that fourth railing and jumped down. And as I jumped, I was reaching for the gun. My focus was the gun. So I put the hand on the gun and put my other hand and tried to land on top of his body. And wow. As the process, he was shooting, and one of the shells, as I was jumping, hit me in the face. And then my hand got caught in the gun.
Do you have any training to handle a situation like this, or was this just your pure instinct to stop this horrific situation where people were being killed?
No, ma'am. No official training whatsoever. It was just a situation that I was worried about my wife and getting my wife out there first, and the focus was then getting rid of the gun.
What was running through your mind when you realized that these were not balloons? I mean, at games like this, there are usually balloons everywhere. You know, kids have them around family events like that. What was your thinking when you realized, oh no, this is not that. This is a very serious situation?
The first thing I thought was the safety of my wife, and telling her to get out. And then it was very instinctual that we needed to get the gun. It was so many just pop, 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 and that was my complete focus at that point in time.
So when you had control of the first gun, the shoot and pinned him down, the shooter then pulled out a second gun. Can you tell us about what happened?
So what happened? Yes, ma'am. So what happened was I had my hand on the gun, and I had my hand on his arm, and I was laying on his body. He was trying to pull the trigger, but my hand was caught in the gun. And as he found that, he released his hand. So at that point, I was kind of on top of him, and he literally took his one right hand and pinned me up in the chest and literally picked me up and pushed me behind him. And then he stood up, and I was kind of discombobulated in the stands, and very thankful for my heroes that some gentlemen stepped in, with one trying to grab him by the neck and another gentleman trying to subdue him at that point. And then at that point, after I got my feeding back up, I was standing up, and they pushed him down so where his feet landed, where his head landed right at my feet. And we were staring directly at each other. And as that was happening, I saw there was a panic on his face, and he slipped his left hand in his left pocket and then pulled out another gun. And I started saying, "There's another gun, there's a gun." And as I was saying that, he took the gun and put it in his mouth and shot himself.
Wow, that must have been a very difficult thing to watch. Were you worried that he was going to shoot you because you weren't aware that he had a second firearm?
I think that was the area. That was the time that I was concerned, is when I saw the second gun. I wasn't ready for that, but for him, I was more concerned with him looking forward at the people that were helping me. It would have been easier for him to point in that direction than to try to come back over his head. But the thought process was going fast, so we saw the gun, but he immediately took it and put it in his mouth. I think that was his form of exit strategy.
Well, Michael, this entire conversation you've talked about protecting other people and not yourself. You put your life on the line to save the lives of many others. Thank you so much for your swift action, for saving those lives, and thank you very much for joining me tonight to talk about it. I know it was a very difficult thing to watch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Katie.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.